Now today we got a good one for you guys. This is the Fire TV Cube, the second gen. Now disclaimer, I was not a fan of the first one. I did not like it one bit. The second one, hopefully it changes my mind, but let's go ahead and open this up. As you guys know, I always leave the links in the description below. If you guys want any of the devices that I always show, hit me up. I always try to sell them for a good deal, and I try to set them up for you guys as good as possible. So let's go ahead and come here, and we're going to come here to the camera. There is the Fire TV Cube right there, and there it is right there. We're going to come here and open this guy up. So there is a seal. The package on this thing actually looks really good. I'm very highly impressed with it. Quality is great. It's coming from Amazon, so you know it's going to be some good stuff. Now when you do open it up, it is revealed. You get your device right here at the top. So there it is. So my first impression on this thing is, whoa. This thing, I'll tell you this, it definitely feels different from when I first opened it up on the first gen. This one, I don't know if it feels more heavy duty, or I don't know, maybe it's just been so long that I'm not really sure, but here is the device itself. Everything is packaged in here very well. So of course you get your two batteries, you get this box right here. So there it is, the remote's going to be here at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and close that up. Now everything here seems very clean and very neat. Check this out. You get your Fire TV Cube, just this how to connect things, how to set it up, very simple. You get the welcome hands-free TV stuff, so a couple commands that you could use with your Alexa device, and I'm sorry if I turned on your device, and then just some additional information here. So just very basic. You do get two Amazon basic batteries, which is great. And then you do get their very famous remote that has the your wake up word. Now the remote here, it feels just very basic. It doesn't feel cheap and it doesn't feel high quality. It just feels very basic. Now the buttons feel very nice and crisp. Everything again just feels really good. And then opening up this thing here at the bottom, at first does seem a little bit hard, but once you pop it up the first time, it's going to be very easy to put in. So there you go. You just pop in the batteries and then you're good. Now I will say this, once you do put the batteries in here, then the remote feels a little bit heavier dutier, if is that a word. If the remote does feel a little bit I guess heavy duty a little bit, just because it gives it some weight. Now, this little mysterious box, I'm pretty sure I know what this is already, but here are going to be your components to plug in. So the very first thing, of course, is you get power. Power supply is great. This thing feels, of course, heavy duty. Just feels really good to the hand. And then here, this is the interesting part. This is where you could put Ethernet if you want to hardwire this. And you have a another port here to plug in, and it looks pretty easy. Now here, this is going to be just an extender, so we're probably not going to be using that. And here is the cube itself. So once again, you get a little piece of plastic here that you might have to just take off. I'm going to leave the cover there. And then you have a thing here that says proper placement, any obstruction, blah. When you do take this off, it does feel, it's harder to take off right there, but this is your stuff right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to take the whole thing off, but here is your power. And then there is your HDMI, this is your infrared, and then the USB-C. So this is where this will come in here. And then very simple, if you want to hardwire, it's right there. And then you have that port if you did need to use that USB port. And I did call it USB-C. It's not USB-C. It's the previous gen. And then the infrared. So it's very good. The microphone is going to be up here. This is where you're going to be able to talk to it. And then the speaker is going to be down here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and connect this guy and see exactly what happens. Let's come here and let me go ahead and go to the bottom camera. let's come here and I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the power, and then I'm gonna plug in my Ethernet. So there it is right there. Now you did see that little light turn on, so that was kind of cool. Let's come here to the capture card. You're gonna get the fire, and let's go ahead and pull this up so that way you can see exactly what it's doing at the same time. So first thing, of course, it does say hit this home button, so you got to keep tapping it. It's really good to point at it so that way it does pick it up. If it doesn't pick it up, some of the tips that you can do is hold it for 30 seconds and you'll see the light blinking over here. And once it's blinking, you're going to see it's going to start blinking faster. So typically it's about like 30 seconds. And then you could just start pointing at it. There it goes. So now it finally synced. So let's go ahead and come here. And it says hit the play button. So we're going to hit the play button. We're going to choose English, configuring your Fire TV. So just leave it alone. Network connection successful, checking for updates. So it's going to walk through all the steps. Now with me, with my Fire devices, I already have my network hooked up to it. Notice it already has my name on it. I'm just going to hit continue. No parental controls, and let's go to get started just to see what you do get. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and turn on this camera here. You can do Disney, CW, Stars, HBO, Showtime, Hulu. These are all paid subscriptions. Some of these are going to be free channels to grab. So if you want to watch for cable, this one says cable login required. So just keep that in mind. And then if you come here to the sports, same exact thing. Which sports and fitness services do you want? Some of them might be paid, some of them might not. So Pluto I know is free, so that's pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and then I'm going to go ahead and press the play button. So it says, hey, you're going to add this. You can move it up or down. I'm just going to hit finish, and that's pretty much it. So it says enable Alexa to control your devices. So I know you could talk to this here. You could do that there. She will guide you setting up to your soundbar and your receiver. Note that your cube needs line of sight to your equipment. I'm going to say do this later. I don't want her to control nothing. So let me try this real quick, and I'm going to mute myself so that way I don't turn on your devices. But open up YouTube. Notice the bars up there. That's going on. I just told it to open up YouTube, and then there it goes. It says already own it. I could just download it. So it looks pretty good. Like it's gonna, you know, it picks up my voice right here. What's the question of the day? Welcome to question of the oh, hey, this is pretty neat. So San Juan is the capital of which Caribbean? That's Puerto Rico. C Puerto Rico. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. Then it gives you a little thing, and then you'll hear the voice through the TV and everything like that. I have everything so that way it's not blowing out your eardrums, but that's pretty neat. I thought this thing was going to have a speaker. It looks like the speaker is on the bottom. Go to the home page. So there you go. It doesn't look too bad. You know, I have everything muted so that way it's not blasting stuff. And then that's pretty much it. Everything here, the interface is very, very easy. You got your apps. You got your Prime, all that stuff. I'm going to go through all this, all the details in the next video here. So now let's go ahead and look at what you get. What is it that you actually get within this device? So for me, this is IDA right here. For some reason, it's looking a little funny, but that's okay. So this is IDA 64. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my screen here. So manufacturer is Amazon, brand is Amazon, the model is AFTR. It's using an Amlogic chipset, which is great. This thing is 16 gigs of internal memory. You're left with 12 gigs and to do with whatever you want. You got some free space of 10, but remember I did download a couple things already, so you're left with 12. And I do get 2 gigs of RAM. This does have Bluetooth 4. Now it is running it's 6 cores. This is a 64 ARM Cortex. You're running a dual ARM Cortex A53 and the new quad core ARM Cortex of A73. This is great. This is actually makes me really happy to see anything above A50 something. So A73 is great. Now when you go to display, the HDMI that I'm using is a 1920 by 1080, so that's what it's going to be pulling up. The GPU is a Mali G52. If we come here to Android, it is running Android 9 and the device is not rooted. Now, if we just continue to come further down here, you're going to see the codecs. Now, this is probably one of the most important sections that you want to check out. So for the codecs, you are running the FLEC 3GGP, you're running ARM, ALA, MLA, MPEG, Opus, RAW, Vorbis. You're running all the good stuff that you need. You have the H264, which is great. Check this out. Dolby Vision. You get Amlogic Dolby Vision, which again great. Amlogic decoder MPEG awesome. It has all the decoders. AVC awesome. HVAV awesome, which is the Dolby. You have everything that you need here for like to play your Atmos and like all your Dolby stuff. This is exactly all the stuff that you need. The only one that I always like to see, the H265. It might be something that they might be able to download later because this is the latest one. You should have access to do it, so hopefully you'll be able to do it. But it has everything that you need to run your 4K stuff, so it's going to be really, really good. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I didn't want to make the video too long. This is much better. This is a lot different than what it used to be. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. As always, you guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care, guys.